Employers have a duty to reduce workplace risks to the lowest reasonably practical level by taking preventative measures. Employers must work with any employees or contractors sharing the workplace so that everybody's health and safety is protected. In the context of COVID-19, this means protecting the health and safety of your workers and visitors by working through these steps in order. Ensuring both workers and visitors who feel unwell stay at home and do not attend the premises. In every workplace, increasing the frequency of hand washing and surface cleaning. Businesses and workplaces should make every reasonable effort to enable working from home as the first option. Where working from home is not possible, workplaces should make every reasonable effort to comply with the social distancing guidelines set out by the government, 2 metres or 1 metre with risk mitigation where 2 metres is not viable. You should consider and set out mitigations you will introduce in your risk assessments. Where the social distancing guidelines cannot be followed in full in relation to a particular activity, businesses should consider whether that activity needs to continue for the business to operate, and if so, take all the necessary mitigation actions possible to reduce the risk of transmission between their staff. Further mitigation actions include further increasing the frequency of hand washing and surface cleaning, keeping the activity time involved as short as possible, using screens or barriers to separate people from each other, using back-to-back or side-to-side working rather than face-to-face wherever possible, reducing the number of people each person has contact with by using fixed teams or partnering so each person only works with a few others, and finally, if people must work face-to-face for a sustained period with more than a small group of fixed partners, then you will need to assess whether the activity can safely go ahead. No one is obliged to work in an unsafe work environment. In your assessment, you should have a particular regard to whether the people doing the work are especially vulnerable to COVID-19. You could also consider any of the advice that's been produced specifically for your sector, for example by a trade association or trade unions. If you have not already done so, you should carry out an assessment of the risks posed by COVID-19 in your workplace as soon as possible. Finally, you must review the measures you have put in place to make sure that they are working. You should also review them if you may no longer think that they are effective or if there are changes in the workplace that could lead to new risks.